Hi class, I just wanted to make a short video to talk to you about some of your assignments. So I want to talk a little bit about the application assignment. I have decided that instead of putting you guys in we were going to be in a tutoring setting, but I've decided that it might be more helpful to begin to practice the skills of coaching in a very safe environment for you guys. So I'm going to be asking you to identify a friend or family member or an acquaintance that wants to delve into self-care. So you're going to start out by using the assessment that I provided in class, the wellness assessment. Have your partner that you're going to be working with, your friend, family member, or acquaintance, take the wellness assessment, and then you're going to be working on practicing the skills of coaching with that individual. So you'll begin by practicing the skills of positive regard, of establishing trust and rapport, of the mindful listening. So you're going to begin by just practicing those skills. And many of you, probably most of you, already have many of those skills. But what I'm wanting you to do is really looking into, okay, how can I look at those specific criteria around coaching? And in chapter 2, for instance, it talks about being authentic, being confidential, being a mindful listener, providing open-ended questions. And it gives you a bunch of different open-ended questions that you could even use. Positive reframing, using silence, using humor, getting excited with your client about just their thoughts or their inspirations. So what you're going to do is this first week is just be able to identify a person that's willing to maybe sit and talk with you for about an hour a week, 45 minutes to an hour a week. And you're going to start this next week. So the first thing you want to do is identify a person that you can do this with. And it doesn't have to be anything heavy duty. I mean, it could be somebody that just wants to start taking a walk, or wants to start drinking more water, or wants to start reading more, or handling their stress better. So really, it's good to start with something, just start with somebody you're comfortable with. Let them do the assessment. Maybe ask them if they can identify one simple thing they're wanting to work on. And as you going through and reading the book, you're going to be applying these skills, and you're going to be reflecting on that, okay? So in the first week, you're just going to be identifying, who am I going to be working with? What's this, when will I meet with them? Will it be on Zoom? Will it be in person? How is this going to be set up? Okay. And then each week you're going to be spending 45 minutes to an hour with them for 10 weeks. Okay. So we're going to try to finish your self-care along with your application. That will all be wrapped up by the Thanksgiving break. And then you'll be reflecting and getting ready for your presentation on your self-care, as well as the skills you practiced with another individual. Okay. If you want to team up with somebody in the class that that's great. Or like I said, it could be a friend or family member or an acquaintance that that's willing to do that with you. So again, low stakes, low stress, somebody you're comfortable with. The other thing I want to talk about is your journals. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that the journal entries, the very first journal entry you made was your plan. What's your plan for self-care? Whether it's doing a Bible devotional, whether it's doing deep breathing in the morning, yoga, whether it's cutting out sodas out of your diet, whether it's improving your sleep habits. I'm hoping that each of you will try to do a little bit of a morning practice just with some deep breathing, just waking yourself up, setting an intention for the day. So the plan was the first journal. Journals 2 through 11, so for 10 weeks, you're going to be just telling me how it's going, right? What challenges are you having? What's going well? What's not going well? What insights are you having? What solutions are you putting into place for the challenge areas? So just discovering, just letting things unfold, just figuring out where your barriers are, okay? And then finding solutions around that. And then the very last journal is the summary, and that will be during week 12. And so then you'll be summarizing and reflecting on how things went, okay? So for week 2 through week 11, you make a post on the process journal. Okay, so you already made a post last week. You should make another post this week and going forward. So on that same process journal, you'll end up having 10 posts. Okay, so please reach out to me and ask questions if you are unclear about anything. But this week, identify somebody that is going to be willing to talk with you for 45 minutes during the week where you can practice your skills. And you're going to want to keep track of that. Keep track of using those skills of the mindful listening, really staying present with the person, using the skills of asking those open-ended questions. Use the skill of reflecting back to them. Use the skill of regard, just honoring who they are, just being your authentic self, just being present with them and listening to what they have to say. And really trying to listen, not talk. So this is about them and their process, okay? Please reach out to me if you have questions. I'm going to be sending another Flipgrid. I'm going to be sending you a short video about challenges of self-care, and then I'm going to be having you engage in a Flipgrid discussion on that. Okay, so there'll be not attendance, but participation points for that. So you definitely want to engage in that. So look out for the email that you're getting with this link, as well as the link for the video and the code for the Flipgrid. Okay. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care.